Hello, Colorado. I'm John Baird with I Love Colorado Beer podcast. I Love Colorado Beer is your home for craft beer news, events, festivals, and much more. Just go to ilovecoloradobeer.com. Today on our show, we have Alex Weissner with two parts, and we're going to be talking about the Snowmass Rendezvous. Alex, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, doing great. So first off, would you explain who you are, who Two Parts is, and what your affiliation is with the Snowmass Rendezvous?
Yep. So my name is Alex Weissner. I own a company called Lexa PR. So we are a boutique PR agency that specializes in craft beer and spirits and other local fun brands here in Colorado. So I am Two Parts publicist. And in regards to this event, I and the publicist for also the Colorado Brewers Guild. So this Snowmass Rendezvous is an event between the Colorado Brewers Guild and Two Parts.
Awesome, awesome. So first off, just tell me about the Snowmass Rendezvous.
So this is basically a big craft beer festival right in the heart of Snowmass Village. Last year was the first year we hosted this event. So if you've been to Snowmass, right in the center of the village, there's this whole kind of just, open space area, and then they turn it into a concert kind of venue right there on the slope in the summer. So we are taking over this area and bringing in 30 different breweries from around the state for kind of an afternoon up in the mountains, followed by some music.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, we have a lot of beautiful venues in Colorado, and we love to showcase them all, especially when it's with wonderful craft beer.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell me, how did the Snowmass Rendezvous start? Where was its genesis?
So this was really something that Snowmass itself started. They wanted to really get more involved in the beer scene, and from our perspective, on the Front Range, a lot of there's breweries throughout the state, not just on the Front Range. So, there tend to be a lot of festivals focused between Fort Collins all the way down to Colorado Springs. And in the winter months, the mountains get a lot of play, but in the summer months, they're also the perfect playgrounds to get outside and drink beer. So Snowmass really reached out to the Colorado Brewers Guild and was like, hey, we would love to create something together. Can we do something? And this was last year. So this will be the second year this festival will be taking place.
Awesome, awesome. So is it fun putting on an event like this in Snowmass?
It is. I think living here in Denver, one of the reasons I personally live here is for access to the mountains. So it's always so nice to be able to, pack up the car, drive a few hours, and go someplace completely different for a weekend. And the Snowmass area, the whole Roaring Fork Valley is beautiful this time of year. There's so much to do before or after the festival.
So what does it look like to even begin putting on an event like this?
Every beer festival is, takes lots of planning, months and months of planning. Definitely, figuring out where we are hosting an event, and then making sure that the breweries are getting their invites and showing up day of. People are really coming for these breweries. And for many people, especially when you're on the Western Slope or in the Roaring Fork Valley, you don't get to experience all the breweries we have on the Front Range and vice versa. So an event like this, you're able to try out some breweries that you've never gotten a chance to actually visit their tap rooms. And, we have breweries from Denver who are driving up for the weekend. And for them, it's the opportunity to introduce new patrons to what they're brewing.
So what you're saying is there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that our listeners don't really see when they come in and just go to the festival, right?
Yep. Yeah. There's a lot of planning in every event. Yeah. That means we're doing a good job if you're not seeing any of it.
That's right. Yeah. So there's a lot of different festivals throughout Colorado. What makes the Snowmass Rendezvous different?
This one, I would say it's location, hands down. The Roaring Fork Valley is beautiful. Snowmass is beautiful, and just where the festival itself is situated on top of Fanny Hill, you get some really great spectacular views. And then this year, once the festival is kind of starting to come to an end, Hot Buttered Rum will be taking the stage at 5 p.m. So after you've been out there enjoying some nice, refreshing summer beers and some other staple beers from some of these breweries. You know, you get to hang out and just listen to some good music and spend the rest of the night chilling.
So it'll sort of transform into a concert at the end of the beer festival?
Yep, exactly.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. So you said that there's going to be around 30 breweries at this festival, correct?
That is correct.
I'm curious, not to put you on the spot, but which few are you most excited about seeing and tasting at the festival?
That is a very difficult question to answer always, because I'm like, oh, let's just try all the beers, but that's one could hope and wish. I think there's this year's list is really, really great. There's everything from like Palisades Brewing, Roaring Fork Brewing Company. So I'm reading through all this. Florence Brewing Company, our mutual friend will be heading up there. There's so much, you know, going on. Telluride will be up there. Storm Peak will be coming down from Steamboat. So there's so many great breweries on this list.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to pick one that's your favorite because Colorado has so many wonderful breweries out there.
Yeah, I don't think you can pick one favorite anymore in the state.
So tell us about some of the food options that are going to be there. It's definitely important to have a full stomach sometimes when you're at a beer festival.
Yep, so there are a lot of restaurants right there along the mall, and they will all be up and running to serve our attendees some delicious treats. So, yep. So this one, there's no food included in your general admission ticket. Basically, your $30 ticket gets you unlimited tastings from all the breweries in a glass.
Nice. And you said Hot Buttered Run's the band that's going to be taking over after the festival, right?
Yep, right at 5 o'clock. The festival goes till 6.
Awesome. Awesome. So tell us a little bit about how to get more information, your social media, and things like that.
So you can actually visit snowmassbeer.com, and that will have all the festival information. There are also some great ticketing or hotel and festival ticket packages going on. So you can, you know, make a whole weekend of it, and those lodging and ticketing packages start at $95. And then if you live in the Roaring Fork Valley, there's a whole bunch of liquor stores and other shops that are selling the tickets right there in their stores. So that list you can also check out at snowmassbeer.com.
What about transportation to and from? We always like to prepare our viewers for how to get to and from, because it's important not to indulge too much and then try and drive home.
You know, Uber, public transportation, those are always great options. Lyft. Also, Snowmass does have a bus system, so you can always, you know, if you're staying up there in one of their condos, you can usually tend to hop on one of their buses and get around just fine without having to drive. If you do have to drive, find a DD. That's our advice on that note.
So one more time, Alex, let our listeners know where they can get tickets and things like that.
So you can get tickets and lodging information at snowmassbeer.com.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else that we haven't talked about yet that you think our listeners would like to know about the festival?
I think this festival is a great one. You know, this weekend it's going to be a blast. And if it's hot down here in the Front Range, it means it's a little bit cooler up there. So why not just, you know, make a weekend of it, head up to the mountains, and for $95 a night, you know, you get a ticket to a beer festival and concert, and you get to, you know, check out a new part of the state.
Well, you can't beat that for sure. Alex, thank you very much for coming on our show.
All right, thank you.